Melissa. I make ice cream and fun stuff. This is my first video, so I'm probably gonna be extra weird and awkward because that's how I am. So today I'm going to be making some French macarons. For this specific recipe, we will be using 6 egg whites, 400 grams of confectioner sugar, 240 grams of almond meal or almond flour, and 100 grams of granulated sugar. Feel free to cut this recipe in half if you don't want to make too many. This does make quite a bit. First up, let your eggs sit out. You want room temperature eggs, and I am separating them. Okay, so the egg whites are separated. Now we need to put in our almond meal and our confectioner sugar. And so my almond meal I get is from Regional Access. I'm not quite sure the brand. I was using Bob's Red Mill Extra Fine, and that allowed me to skip what I'm going to do, and that's grind it up in my food processor. So if you can get that brand, maybe it's King Arthur flour. It's some brand that I love using, but Regional Access, I can buy a big thing of it. So I'm gonna use this kind, and then the confectioner sugar. I'm gonna weigh those out, and then I'm going to blend them in my food processor, and that's what I'm doing. So I measured out my almond meal and my confectioner sugar together, then I put them in my food processor. So I'm going to grind them up really fine, and then I'm going to sift them. So they're extra fluffy, extra combined, extra soft, extra teeny. That's what's happening. Then I'm going to sift this out little by little. Don't cut yourself, please. So now it's all fine, ground up, and just sift. Is there an easier way to do this? I don't know. Maybe. And sometimes I just need to push it through with my fingers. Okay, and then sometimes, so a lot of times I'll like over measure a little bit by a couple grams of almond meal because I'll get these really big pieces. I can put it back in for now, try and grind it up more, and then, but by the end I'll probably end up just throwing a little bit away. Or you can save them and do something cool, but I haven't gotten there yet. At this point, you're going to want to add your egg whites to your mixer. And once they start getting a nice frothy consistency, you're going to gradually mix in your granulated sugar. And just do that in a couple batches until it, and then just let it mix and mix until it gets to this beautiful, beautiful stiff peaks. And you get a beautiful meringue. Okay, so I have these beautiful egg whites whipped up into this beautiful meringue. Meringue might be my favorite thing ever. Look at that. That's from egg whites. How did it get so pretty? Anyway, so I'm going to combine. So this is maybe the most important part about French macarons is the consistency of the, you know, this thing. Is the consistency of the mixture and how you mix it. So we're gonna just fold it in gently until it gets to like this lava texture. Some people have like an actual number they use, like stir it 50 times. I just look for the consistency. It starts out really crumbly, and then all of a sudden it's just like flowing. So you're gonna look for that flowing texture. It's gonna take a little time. You're gonna put a little bit of your arm muscle into it. Good thing I've got these ice cream scoop guns. All right, you can see that it's starting to come together. It's not so gross. Not quite there. You don't want to undermix your mix because, and that's the first thing I ever did, because it just cracks and makes this ugly cookie. I'm not quite sure. I don't know what happens when you overmix. Actually, I think you lose your feet. This is what we want. See how it's nice and goopy? That's what we want. Now I'm going to put it in piping bags. At this point, fill your piping bags and pipe out about a quarter size round on your baking trays. You can either swirl it or just plop it right on there. Then you want to bang the tray on your counter a couple times to get the air bubbles out. Then the most important thing I've done is to let it sit out for about a half an hour. You can then bake this at 270 degrees for about 13 to 15 minutes. I do have a convection oven though, so you might need to do yours at about 300 degrees in a home oven. So here I have a couple of these pink macarons that I did, and I'm going to fill them with a chocolate buttercream. So just pick one up, put a nice swirl of your inside buttercream or jam or anything. We can do a whole other video about that kind of stuff. And you're literally just going to sandwich them together. Beautiful.